Over here in the center right, we have our player, very smart player, bad execution in that previous game, and one of the best PvPers in the world.
GSL InCa.
See, InCa's execution there was quite good. He kept the Void Rays focused.
He didn't right-click on that Singer too hard.
He didn't activate Guardian Shield too fast in that video. And down here in the bottom center, player, he's been in the finals, but he's been having a tough time lately due to his sort of overly specific style. A lot of Rain fans here in the audience supporting him today. And I want to point out, there are so many non-Koreans in the audience. It's actually insane.
Many.
All right, thank you to LG, Intel, and G-Skill for making this event possible. Looks like the alarms are going up at that ramp. Red thing spinning around. Wheel. Protoss on the map. What are you looking at, Artosis?
I'm looking at some of these hologram things on the map and what they show. This one shows like a rib cage with a heart in it. It's weird.
It's like Princess Leia's body scan. Help me, Obi-Wan. I have heart disease. We're like, oh.
Oh, that was actually really funny for some reason.
Thank you. Now, it looks like the depot's going to finish along with the barracks. This probe should not be able to get any of these SCVs here.
You know, one of my favorite ways to harass with a probe? I attack whatever SCV, right? And then they come to attack me and stuff, and I attack down until my shields are gone, then you just run around for a little bit, and then suddenly all your shields come back. You can kill SCVs, you like just damage a bunch, because there's a lot of times where SCVs come out to repair stuff, and you can just pick these things off because they're doing it quick, heat of the moment. Every little thing tasteless.
Well, I mean, Starcraft isn't always a game like we saw with InCa's where it's it all boils down to one moment.
No, oftentimes it's little tiny things.
Exactly, it's several little things throughout the game.
InCa, no sinking gas quite yet. Looks like he is probably just going to go for a fast expansion here. Could be a 3 warp gate though.
Yeah, warp gate coming here. And I'm really interested to see how this whole metagame is going to change when we get this new patch out. Because a lot of the warp gate rushes process are doing
you know what
can't happen.
Is awesome with this new patch that they're thinking about putting, all these new changes they're thinking about putting in Tasteless, is they're going to make the actual gateways build units faster than a warping. So that's actually going to make you think, okay, do I want warp gates now or do I want gateways now? And that's actually, I think that adds so much that there's actually a choice now instead of, oh, you always want warp gates no matter what.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the thing about getting warp gates right away. You kind of have to because...
There has to be some tension in the choice.
Well, there has to be a fork in the road.
Versus scan is pretty good, you know?
Yeah.
But warp gate versus no warp gate right now is not, but will be soon, which is just, I love it.
I like it because, hold that thought, we have, we're not going to get a shot of it, but InCa did peek with the bunker, up where the bunker was, excuse me. And InCa's, he's going to take another main. Nope, not another main, excuse me. This mini map we have on my left screen is too small. Over here at the, he's going to do standard fast expand.
Yeah, just 3 warp gate into expand. Very safe because Rain does do a lot of all-ins. It's going to make you safe against whatever he does. But Rain is teching up and expanding himself. I think he's probably going to go Banshee. He's really pooling a lot of gas, having gotten the reactor on his barracks.
You know, with some of these builds, if you're going to go Dark Templars or Banshees, you might even want to get your refinery before the barracks. If you're pretty sure they're not going to rush you. You'll have so much more extra gas.
That is true.
And it's hard for them to actually tell. You know, but
especially if you're walling in.
If I don't know if you click on an opponent's, like let's say an assimilator, and they've already built in the gas that they have an assimilator. Can you see how many how much gas they have left in there?
Yes.
It's not yours. All right, that's not just observer mode. Okay.
I do believe you can.
I'm not entirely sure, but it just occurred to me that'd be one way you could check for a build like that. And in fact, I think that's something in the future. If we keep training and doing stuff like that, that's something people should just learn.
Oh yeah.
That way you can click on their gas
It's
and you can see what they're doing.
SCV counting and stuff. You're like, wait a minute, there's an SCV missing.
Yeah.
Well, tries a little pressure there.
I think InCa's trying to make it look like he's wanting to do another all-in here. But in fact, he's completely vulnerable. And that's the kind of InCa that I like to watch play. Yes. He's very sneaky.
He's a trickster.
He's a sneaky snake.
He's a sneaky snake.
attacking the depot that Terran does not own. It'd be funny if you could capture that like it's a Warcraft 3 campaign.
Be a little bit in balance.
Yeah, man. Some of your first SCVs out there.
We do have a siege tank out. Siege mode just about done. Placing in such a position to hit the stalkers. So, you know, he's going to be completely safe against anything InCa does early on. Observer is on the way. So it looks like Rain is just going to go for a Siege Tank Marine. Now, will he hit a timing, or will he play a more passive style, taking more bases? I tend to think because it's Rain, he's going to go for the timing version. And the thing is, InCa has everything he needs to work towards stopping that. You know, he has the Observer. He's going to be able to check out what's going on. So that means he has the robotics up. And, in fact, he's throwing down a Twilight Council right now. That is one great way to stop it. I personally prefer the Speed Zealots and get the Colossus a little bit slower. There's nothing like charge lots against Marine Siege Tank timing pushes, Tasteless. Nothing quite like it.
Well, I mean, they wreck everything so fast. And some of these pushes, we've seen a little bit recently, I should say, also on Terminus, but we can have it on this map too, is the Raven being incorporated.
Yes.
With a point defense throne.
Certainly. And that's not too useful against Speed Zealots either.
Yeah.
Rain adding more barracks, more reactors as well.
And looks like we're going to see a pretty standard Marine Siege Tank push here.
Yeah, it does look like it. In fact, he's getting his starport as well now. 4 barracks total. 1 tech lab gets his upgrades.
I'm missing something. Does he have stim?
No, he's just getting his tech lab.
So
it's going to be, if it is a timing, it's going to be a late timing.
Yeah, I was about to say, normally we see
lot
stim
of units
picked up on a lot sooner. So he might not even have Marauders with his army.
Ooh.
Oh, combat shield
InCa.
first.
InCa getting 3 more gates and going Immortals right now with this charge.
Huh.
Very interesting. So maybe use the Zealots to keep the Marines busy.
He just took out the Automaton 2000.
That could have been a Tasteless
That could have been a Tasteless or a Tosa spot. I'm sorry, Rain.
It's terrible. It's a terrible travesty.
Those guys are our distant cousins.
Cousin to the Automaton 2000.
Yeah. No, he's actually, it looks like he's going to push. No, he's not. He's sieging up again.
Just selling off his bunkers. Doesn't need them.
Yep.
Templar Archives on the way. So he's actually not even going to go Colossus. Going to go for Psystorm instead. It's a fine choice.
I think what he wanted to do is make a few Immortals in case there were Marauders in the group, because Marauders, even though Zealots with charge are you know, not as bad as Zealots without charge against Marauders. An Immortal is really what's going to kill off everything.
Well, here we go. Rain is walking out. He does have a medevac. Going for that combat shield first to make his stuff live longer. He is getting +1 as well. Out comes the army of InCa.
And he's actually going to
get
there right as combat shield's finished.
He's hiding most of his army. He wants his opponent to come in here. And those Immortals, he's going to have to target them. Look at this. InCa's going to break down these rocks, but this might be a little slow. He actually should have just gone out.
I think InCa should not have let the Terran
absolutely
jump over here.
The worst choice. That was not a good choice at all, Tasteless.
I think InCa may have just cost himself the game here.
Possibly.
If enough bunkers to get up, man, what are you going to do? Now there's another Automaton. I hope that one manages to live. Let's see here, though.
Here we go. Charge lots coming in. And, well, he force fields that in. Targeting on the siege tanks with those Immortals. And most of those Marines were on a move command instead of firing, unfortunately. And loses a lot more than he actually had to there, but still going to hold. Absolutely not the way you want to engage that. When you see that coming and you have charge lots, what you do is you go out, because tanks without siege mode, they aren't going to be able to siege up in time. You can just run out and start bashing his army. Instead, he actually force fielded in the Marines, and then only a few of his Zealots were attacking at a time.
Yeah,
everything went wrong for InCa. Everything went wrong for him.
And he's using, a beautiful use of the Warp Prism. He can warp stuff in on both sides. Careful. Careful, InCa. Again, the
Psystorm is on the way, but very, very late. Against Bunker Siege Tank might not be all that useful, especially considering it's like not even close to them. He's probably just going to morph Archons with his Templars that he's working with.
Well, you know, right now Rain has to get over here and get this Nexus. He can't keep wasting time.
Oh no, taking some siege damage there. Stim is on the way, and when Stim finishes, that's going to be even worse.
He may actually use the Warp Prism to drop onto the siege tank, similar to StarCraft 1 strategy. Bulldog. Again, if these bunkers get up there and tanks get any closer, InCa's going to have to attack. InCa most likely chrono boosting at his gateways.
InCa does have +1 armor, so that's going to help out a little bit.
A lot of it.
And he does get supply blocks. Things are getting worse and worse for InCa. He's waiting for his Psystorm to finish, and now it does finish. There's not a lot of Marines out, though, to be Psystorm.
Well, most of the Marines are actually in the bunkers, yeah.
Yeah, and as those 2 extra bunkers finish, man.
This all goes back to that moment InCa tried to destroy the rocks in a moment that was far too late. He's now basically in range of the Nexus, and you can see Rain's been pretty patient about not sending his stuff forward here.
Yeah, he's actually turtling up a little bit. And I guess that's it. Here we go. Some DTs being put in, but a scan going down as well. Had some High Templars in there. Psystorming the Marines. Good Psystorms. But does he have enough to actually break this bunker line?
He's got those Immortals in the tanks. You know what? I think he actually managed to hold that off.
Still the bunkers left, and, well, does he have another Psystorm? No, and the Archon just kind of sitting there.
But here comes phase 2, which Rain patiently held back because he didn't want to have that intercepted. There is a DT going to the main.
Bam! Nice eject on those Marines. And a DT in his base. Yeah, very nice move there. We do have 75 supply for Protoss, 89 for Terran. And now InCa has to be careful here. Oh no, loses that Archon. Important unit. And,
I don't know if Rain actually knows this is happening.
He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scans saved up. So actually, I think he's just going to go kill his opponent here. Targeting pylons. He's got enough scans.
No more warp gates.
He can lift off buildings. DTs can't hit flying buildings. This base trade is not going to work out.
20 kills over here. The Dark Templar is a badass, but regardless, at the end of the day, the guy with the bigger army in a situation like this is going to be the winner. InCa, I think, is probably very disappointed in himself. 2 big blunders, I think, by InCa that allowed Rain to have all this success over here.
Yeah, he definitely should not have gone around to those rocks to try to bust him. Should have moved out much quicker, not let any tanks get into siege mode in any good positions. And that is going to be it, man. We're going to be seeing a GG momentarily here, I do believe.
InCa's gone. Unbelievable game here. Yeah. Rain's fans in the audience going very happy. And
they're going the happiest I've ever seen.
I know, right when I said it, I'm like, well, that's not proper English, but I'll let that one go. And as you can see,
let it go.
I never let go.
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I don't think InCa have enough money to make another base.
The thing is, InCa's supply is like all in probes right now. It's 4 DTs, 5 Zealots, and 3 High Templars. He does not have enough money for another Nexus. All his Nexuses are gone. At this point, Barracks could fly to the corner, and Rain could never, ever die. Wait, he is making a Nexus in the top. Never mind, that's why he didn't have money. He already told it to build.
2 Nexuses. So, Rain is going to return home.
And Tasteless, the Stalker from the Sun, NS Hoso Sun match is here.
Oh, he's here. We don't have a shot of him now.
He's actually about to lose a command center to 1 Stalker.
Over here. No one leaves here alive.
And that command center.
He needs that command center.
It dies to 1 Stalker. Ouch. Now he does have enough energy for several scans more. DT's being split up. Takes 1 out.
Well, we thought that he didn't have enough money to make the Nexuses, but he apparently just input the command into it a while ago. So InCa's now spread on the map, but he doesn't have endless scans. Oh,
he's actually making multiple next side.
Got the Warp Prism.
Scan does kill a lot of Marines.
He did lose a lot of Marines.
29 supply.
Storm kills a lot of Marines, yeah.
35. Now, he's actually just trying to get enough money right now. Oh, look at that. Nice draw. InCa, right now, his units, 1 Stalker, 5 Zealots, 1 Dark Templar. I mean, he's doing a good job being scrappy here, man.
Can we check what the energy is in the command center?
Yep, it has 131, so
2 scans.
No possibility of him really dying to the single Dark Templar.
Tense moment here for Rain, because Rain's saying, wait a minute, I just killed his Nexus. Why is it not being revealed? He doesn't know what his opponent has. You got to stay focused in a situation like this.
To make a Raven.
Oh, that is smart.
You can call down supplies twice to, and it, oh my god, man.
Oh my god, the Raven's actually supply blocked.
He called down supplies twice to try to get a Raven started. and he never hit enough supply to do it. He did not hit enough supply to do it. So now Rain just wasted 2 call-down supplies. That could have been 2 mules or 2 scans, and now he's making this turret.
And you know what? Those zealots, that's just barely enough.
Dude, this is... Oh
InCa looks like he's actually engineered a way to get back into the game to do the impossible.
Well, we're going to have to see, man, because if Rain just keeps microing his Marines with his medevac, so he's dropping them again, yeah, he's going to be able to out-micro these 5 zealots. Here we go.
Micro machines here. And he's got 4 zealots. The
14 probes against 3 SCVs, man. He's going to be able to start production again relatively soon.
He needs to get power at those gateways over there. In
he
the
only has 1 powered, yeah.
The engineering bay has been just
He's actually sneaking a probe over there right now to repower them.
Right, he needs to. He's going to heal up and drop yet again. You know, it takes a little while for the medevacs to unload.
He's actually warping in new units.
Every probe counts. Everything counts here.
I'm actually...
This is why InCa never fails to impress me. Now, I think what he needs to do is actually leave behind 1 bunker with Marines in it and actually just do a push at this Nexus over here on the left. And after he gets a Raven. I mean, that's actually what he needs to do.
Agreed.
Because
he's at 34 of 27 supply right now.
I think Rain's probably...
he's still on 3 SCVs, man.
He's not even making SCVs. He's making that Raven. Well, you know what he can do? If he gets 1 Raven, actually all he needs is Raven. He gets 1 Raven, he just lifts off everything.
Well, here's the thing. He might have enough units in time.
Well, that's why he's got to hurry.
Powered all of his warp gates. He has 5 powered warp gates here. This is actually, like, kind of weird, man, because, to be perfectly honest, Rain had this 100 trillion%. After InCa had screwed up and then lost everything, it was, like, Rain's game to lose by far. But, I mean, like, I was ready to just get up and go home and be like, all right, guys, it was fun. We'll see you later. But Rain has, like, bungled this, man. Yeah, that's a good word choice there, too. This game has been seriously bungled. Is that Observer going to get hit? He just used a scan to get that Observer. Kind of an interesting choice, considering he has no economy, to use that instead of a mule. And it looks like he is just going to go for an attack.
He said lights out on the Observer, and that means Protoss is not in the know anymore about what's going on, which means he could be hit any minute. He just has to be prepared.
Dude, he has 3 High Templars. That's going to be 3 Psy Storms.
Oh.
And those Psy Storms against these full energy medevacs, he can take them out with feedbacks instantly. And that would not be good. Something like, he could actually do 2 Psy Storms and 2 feedbacks. You could kill both medevacs, get all the Marines in deep red, and kill everything with speed zealots, and he'll win. Which is like the most ridiculous comeback considering he was 100% dead. Good scrappy play by InCa and really messed up play by Rain.
Well, Rain, you know, he had the opportunity, but you got to close the deal. Never get too relaxed. You got to close the deal, yo.
And here we go.
Oh, bad siege positioning.
Yeah, really bad siege. Does target down a High Templar. Psy Storm going off. He runs into the Psy Storm, runs out of the Psy Storm.
That I cannot believe I'm actually seeing this. Rain had the game, but just couldn't keep it together. And wow, man, that is going to be GG.
Yeah,
I know we said all a while ago it was GG for the other player. Well, that
we
were right that time, but
he messed up so badly.
Oh my God,
Rain has to be devastated.